What it do? Kripple Krew. EDC with DBD, disabled but deadly. And it's another edition of Tactical Tuesday. Hope everybody is having a killer day. I'm going to start up at the top. We're going to be starting with our boy Henry G. XCF coming in with the Kripple Krew for life. We got Gabe Harlan up in this. My brother Mick Ranger, member Kripple Krew Inc., whose head I just screwed up with the the call I made right before this live. We got brother B Shady. What it do? Yeah, so now I got to get an adapter. That's okay. That's okay. You need one too. Mud member Kripple Krew Inc. and my brother, what it do? How are you today? Let's see, Josh 304. What it do? What it do, homie? We got Kane Miranda, member of Kripple Krew Inc. in the house. Good morning, everybody. Hope we're all having a killer Tuesday morning. So went to hook up the Ethernet cord that our brother Mick Ranger sent into the channel. And let's just say my laptop doesn't have an Ethernet port. And when he looked, neither does his. So we now know that we both need adapters. So I'm still not hardwired. But Joe Isabella says, "Sup, all you beautiful people? What's up? Carry up the day." CRKT Cook 10.5-inch and a Civivi Riffle. Yo, I think this is the first time I've ever seen Lone Star Dowboy without a cold steel knife. Though he still got something massive. He didn't have a cold steel for the first time, I think. Clint Crosby, what is up? Good to see you. Let's bring this down just a little. Get that a little closer on those bad boys. I figured I'd start it off. It's a tactical Tuesday, so might as well start off with my favorite tactical lock, the Shark Lock, and my full Shark Lock collection. Now that another one has been added to the frenzy of sharks. That's what a school of sharks is called, is a frenzy. So now we've got a frenzy of sharks with the newest one featuring a DLC coated 3V shark foot blade and some awesome micarta Flitanium scales, as well as the requisite Lynch Northwest deep carry titanium clip. These sculpted micarta scales are so comfortable. Like the Rips Garage Tech scales, you can see that they are thicker than the stock scales, which stock Dimco scales, G10 or FRN, are very thin. It's a very thin knife, typically. These widen it like the Rips Garage Tech, but because of all the sculpting, they do get back thinner, and it just like feels perfect in hand. This is the most comfortable 80-20.5 that I have felt. And then you've got this perfect pinch spot for using that shark foot tip. Dr. Ustad, what's going on? Welcome. Haven't seen you in here before. Josh from REC9 is doing DLC if anybody is interested. That's good to know. DLC is You know, considered the best coating you can put on a blade, diamond-like carbon coating, and it will protect very well against scratches and damage. But even more so, it is insanely corrosion resistant. Like, you're not going to corrode a DLC coating. Plus, for something tactical, it does bring down the glare or sheen off of the blade, you know? Grand Prize Greg Vanderlip. What it do? Joe Isabella is carrying a Hoke Decker, a Boker Quake and OTF, a Shamshire, and a scalpel on a neck cord. Hell yeah! What's everybody else got in the pockets? That would be fun. I wish I could make it. That is on the other side of the other side of the country from me. Not to a bead blast that thing. You know what's funny is a bead blast is one of my favorite finishes appearance wise. I love the way a nice bead blast or glass blast looks. This is a stonewash, obviously, but I do like the way a good blast looks on a blade. It just unfortunate that it opens up the steel for corrosion if it's not a stainless. What did Mouse do to you the other day? Flipping the smock, but it's the tall boy titanium for Titanium Tuesday. Yay, yay, yay. Gotcha. So it's close, but you've got people visiting. What do you need if the people visiting be interested? That'd be a good excuse. Snag one of them and be like, let's check this out. All Tonto today, carrying the Tenable Anomaly, the Northbound Blade Chop 2, and the Civivi Brazen. Carrying the Pyrite Alt Light Duty today. Yay, yay, yay. Yes. In the pockets today, I am rocking a bit of a Titanium Tuesday carry with the beautiful Monterey Bay Knives Wolverine. By the way, Monterey Bay Knives has more Wolverines and Sabertooths in stock. Also, might give a chop 2 away. Stay tuned. Oh, such a good knife. I've got 4 chop 2s here right now for review, and well, 2 of them are mine. And I might be giving some away on the 2500. Stay tuned. Brazen does have great action. I've got the TRM Bulldog Rev B with the beautiful lizard skin tie for Titanium and TRM Tuesday. Henry G in the house. First person in the chat when this went live. Also rocking my Bladed Ginger designed DEFCON Cardington for Titanium and Tonto Tuesday. Hell, Tactical AF as well. Oh, such a badass knife. That's my Titanium Tuesday carry. But also, not gonna lie, did have my 3V Sharkfoot 80-20.5 in the pocket as well. We'll just call that Tactical Tuesday right there. Yay. Rocking a, let me, would it be under settings and about? It is an HP. Yeah, it's an HP laptop. From morning went to bed and one was gone. Thought the fan should get off the table. Lady Ginger, what is going on? I thought for Tactical Tuesday I would show off my favorite tactical lock, the Shark Lock. But I was showing today's carry, which includes for Titanium and Tonto Tuesday, my DEF CON Cardington. Oop! Lady Ginger in the house. His DEF CON Cardington still available on the DEF CON website. Boom! Such a badass knife. Rolf Robertson. I hope you have a good day as well, my brother. Hope your leg's doing all right. I hope they have figured out and scheduled something for you, brother. Oh, I'm just going to say, I bet he was high and he might be dead somewhere. If not, he was tripping. Such a dope knife, Nick. Killed it. And the acoustics. Great acoustics. What it do, Tristan? Remember Kripple Krew Inc.? Good to see you, brother. He's done it before. That's why he only took half. I like it. What else is, I've seen some of the pockets, been working on thinning out the blade on this scalpel. Thick D2, less pry, more slice. That makes sense, especially on the neck. You know, something carried at the neck, you definitely want that to be more slicey. Backup blade. By the way, this Issuing Stitches Hank is one of the Hanks that will be available in upcoming giveaways. I was saying, Tristan, that these Flitanium micarta scales make this the most comfortable of the bunch. I love the way that the Rips Garage Tech Ultim scales feel, and they're thicker than the stock, just like these are. It makes it feel better in hand. But the way these are sculpted and contoured and shaped all through everywhere just feels great. And then that pinch spot up front for using that shark foot tip is perfect. Yeah, it's a dope egg. Issuing Stitches does killer work. Feels so good. Gonna have to get another set. Yeah, they do feel awesome. I'm pulling up my Instagram so we can take a look at Bladed Ginger's carry. Don't forget you can send your carry if you'd like to share it. Oof! Good looking carry today. We've got a Benchmade grip, full-size grip with the sheep's foot blade, half serrated. Got that Spidey haul, the best way to flick a grip. We've got an arcade. This is my Grail version of the arcade. And then we've got, the start of my Grail version. And then we've got a titanium S35B in Shark Foot 80 20.5 and the Ginger Vuitton Defcon Cardington. Killer carry today, brother. Killer carry. It's a 154 cm grip. Damn, that's before the S30B, yeah. Oh, you got the 3V DLC, said Christopher Hinckley. What's going on? Good to see you. That is one insane knife. Let's bust out the BBNM and look at that beautiful knife. And he got the dope full DLC, the titanium, the hardware, the blade with 3V steel. I'm telling you, if you're gonna grab one of these, which this is such a dope overbuilt knife, if you want to grab one of these with code DBD, I mean, I would spend the extra money, use the discount code, and get the 3V. I love their SLD Magic. And it looks beautiful. But if I was going to spend the dough, I'd get the 3V. Yeah, that is a great score. Faux show. Oh, 20 CV, 20 CV. Yay. Yeah. Well, we're glad to have you back and more active, brother. Beardo, remember Kripple Krew Inc. What it do? Paid $342 for the DLC buoy. That's not bad at all. I haven't met Dwayne Dwyer, but I would like to. I love the design. You know, I've wanted a Strider for a long time, and you can get into one of these for less than half a Strider. I'm not comparing this to an American-made Strider, saying it's as good, but for the price, whew, it's close enough. And from what I've heard, the action and lock on these is better because it's consistent. It's this good every time. And I've heard of a lot of inconsistency with Strider. I don't know. I don't have personal experience. I am just saying that for the price, this definitely designed by one of the two designers of the SNG. About 85% of the size, 90% of the size. And yeah, I think this is a great buy if you want a dope, overbuilt, strong knife. That's what I've heard. Blade rock, blade stick. And that's the exact same thing. That's what I was saying. None of the complaints that you normally get with a Strider. There's zero movement. There is zero blade stick. There is no lash at all because the detent is just perfect. Ruben Lopez, what's going on? Good to see you. Neil Mack. Oh, you got to work late today. That's no fun. Remember Kripple Krew Inc.? What's going on, homie? You on yours tight, toy like a toiger? Well, and that's one of the things that that appealed to me in the BBNM Beardo was we've got like the nice curves going instead of just straight angles, and it feels very good in hand because of those curves. So that bad boy right there for the moment. Yeah, you can't even see that. We'll put it down here for the moment. And let's take a look at I just replied to you, Mick. So did you say, Chris, that you've received your BB&M or that you just purchased it? You like a more rounded profile scale? Yeah. I do wish that this edge down here was chamfered. I think that would have added to the comfort. It's not uncomfortable. I mean, I can grip, but it would have made it a little smoother in there. You got it? Yeah. Let's take a look. It'll probably take a second before it comes through on the tag comes through on the Instagram. I'll take a look at it in a minute, homie. I just checked it. Yeah, just some chamfering through here would have made a massive difference. It would have I think it would have finished off the knife perfectly. Have you had a Strider, Chris? Just curious what you think of how it compares if you have. And just checking the Instagram. Oh, it's not showing that tag yet. Do this. No, it's not what I was trying to do. Your buddy has several. Damn. Appreciate you, brother. That's fast. That means it'll be here for Thursday. Yeah, I don't think it would have cost any grip at all with the frag texture. Because this is some of the deepest frag that I've experienced. Like, it is deep. And you've got the squared texture on top, and then the way that it goes down on the sides. If that was chamfered on the bottom, you wouldn't notice any loss in traction at all. Like, you could have thick gloves and have perfect traction with this. This will be the next 80/20.5 to get scales. And now that I have Ultim and micarta, man, it really would be nice to get the some rock scale designs, critter scales on this one, and have one in Thai, one in Ultim, one in micarta. Still need a clip point and a slicer blade in the 80/20.5s. I still need a shark foot and slicer shark cub. I really want to check out a nano shark. And the grail is to get an 80/20.5. Especially if I could find the Ultim whale shark that was offered by Knife Center had it for a while. Appreciate you, homie. Just sent 2 pics. All right, that'll. Let's see. Trying to refresh my messages. Ooh, damn. Go back to the. Ooh, Chris Lopez is carrying today. I got to share this real quick. Sheila, what's going on? Good to see you, homegirl. Member Kripple Krew Inc. I was checking Instagram and look at homie Chris Lopez's carry with the beautiful TRM Neutron 2 and the BP Blades Custom. Ooh, that looks fantastic. Big homie Chris Lopez, of course, is the one that sent in the TRMs that got reviewed yesterday. All right, now I got your pictures coming through. There we go. Let's compare this, or share this, not compare this. Boom, boom. We got a Strider. It's like, I know the SNG is the one that's a little bit larger than this, but I don't know which. Is this the SMF? I don't know my Strider models. But here is the North Mountain Blade and Dwayne Dwyer BBNM. Ooh, that looks so nice together. And this is less than half the price of this. Oh, looks like we got, that's the SNG Monkey Edge. And then we got a beautiful TRM Atom with contoured micarta. Nice. Tegan, what's going on? Good to see you. Yeah, the beer bombs are never available, or when they are, they go so fast. That is dope, Chris. That looks great. Ooh, on the 15V military too? Damn. Damn. Yeah, I wanted my frenzy of sharks out today. because I've been enjoying my newest edition. I got this one in a trade with Tristan. Projectiles are sharp. 3V DLC Shark Foot 80/20.5 with Flitanium micarta scales, and I didn't have to put a Lynch Northwest clip on it because it was already done. You know, you guys have the Lynch Northwest clip on your 80/20.5. Squatch shot, what it do? Good to see you, homie. You got the Sincut slide bolt yesterday. Nice. How do you like that? Sincut slide bolt. Move some knives out of my way. Oh yeah, I think I saw Stats up with this one. That's a good looking knife. I'll share it real quick. This is the knife Sheila's talking about. The new clip point crossbar lock from Sincut. Looks like it's a good size. 3.59-inch blade. So yeah, 8 1/4 inch. Ooh, that's a good size knife. Looks like good micarta. Hell yeah. You like the micarta on it? Yeah, the micarta looks really nice. You have 2 Strider lookalikes just to see if the real ones might be worth that kind of money. Not for you. Yeah, that's, we've talked about counterfeits and clones on this channel before. And I've said that I don't share them and that I absolutely despise counterfeits. Knives that are sold as the real thing, made to look exactly like it. But clones, the one time that I can understand a clone is something like if you're looking to spend $800 to $1,200 on a Strider and you can get the F and Grow for $40 to see if that shape is something you're even down with, knowing you're not going to get the same type of build, obviously, for $40 or materials. You buy it for that reason, check it out, and go, okay, yeah, I'll spend $800 on this. Or, okay, no, I'm going to save $1,000. I get it then. I do get it then. That's the one time that counterfeits make sense to me. Pedro, aka Ouchie EDC, what it do? Ken Peters. I've always been a fan of the shark foot blade. This was because you guys know I love sheep foot blades. You know I'm horny for warnies. And the shark foot 80/20.5 this was one of my original grails. And then it was at this, a couple years ago when the Tonto was released. The Deadly Daughter bought me the Tonto, and it was a BOGO. You got a sheep's foot in Austin A for free. And so I've loved this blade and just added the 3V DLC sheep foot in a trade with homie Tristan. Love it. Almost always buy a real one after. See, it makes sense to me then. It does make sense to me when you're checking out $1,000 knives to buy a clone, not a counterfeit. A clone, something like an F and Grow, or some of there's other companies that make clones. I'm not trying to rep any clone company, but so you can feel the ergos, or the closest approximation to the ergos that you're going to get without dropping a G note. That makes sense to me. It's counterfeits that piss me off. 20.5 over Strider. 1.5 and clone Strider for G-Ball. Might have been your first knife to win. Yay, yay. Man. I will say, my budget, the price of knife that I look at, it's crazy to me how it's changed in the last couple of years. You know, before I started this channel, I'd only bought 2 knives ever that were over $100. And that was only a few months before starting the channel. Prior to that, I don't think I'd paid over $50 most of my life. And so the collection that I have now, just 1 year, a little over a year after starting this channel, blows my mind. Some of it is gifts, like the gifts from the Deadly Daughter, gifts from Mrs. Deadly. I have Spyderco's from the family, and my Jack Wolf came from Mrs. Deadly. But some of them were trades with community members and, family, Kripple Krew family. Summer gifts from Kripple Krew. And also, I have been able to build great relationships with companies, thanks to support from the Kripple Krew, to be able to get them to send in knives like this beautiful Bulldog from TRM, or the BBNM from North Mountain Blade. Relationships with those companies have allowed me to bring in knives that I otherwise would not have been able to afford. Member of Kripple Krew Inc., Jesse, on a winning streak to make Fook or even War Room blush. Want a Strider so bad? You know, you could save over half the money and get yourself a pretty badass knife and the North Mountain Blade BBNM. Designed by Dwayne Dwyer, executed by North Mountain Blade with insane precision. You can get the 3V DLC version for less than $350 or so after code DBD. You can get an SLD Magic Tonto or Drop Point for less than $300 after code DBD. Less than half the price of a Strider for a knife that doesn't have some of the same issues you'll get. Now, this isn't a made in America mid-tech, but it is still very highly executed. Yeah, as long as you're not selling it as a real deal, that's where the counterfeits come in. Sheepfoot XL from Kaiser, yay, yay. I have a mini sheepdog button lock from Kaiser that I love. New Knife Day, your Mallory CJRB Small Centros came in, yeah. Great alternative is to spend some money, go to Blade Show, yay. Like the Concept Fin Rear, such a nice knife. I'm going to pull that up. RIHE. And then it's Yangi. 2 N's or 2 G's? 2 G's. I'm trying to type this brand that I have not heard of. Knives. See some on eBay. Is there a website just for this brand? I'm not seeing a website for them. But here's an 05. Ooh, damn. Okay, that one I think is used, so we're not going to go off of that price. Let's see how much they sell. Okay, I think I have seen these on somebody's channel once. This is a pretty stupid price. So this is the 002 on White Mountain Knives. It seems to be sold out right now, but look at that beautiful blade. S90V titanium and carbon for 152. And I saw a 005 on another site. Let's just go. Yeah, there it is. There's a 005. Yo, that 6 is crazy looking. But this 5 is one that really intrigues me. LMAX and contoured titanium for $137 after code DBD. $137. The 04 M390, get that for 140 bucks. They do have some of the 002s in S90V. These are some crazy looking knives. Here's the 3 that he was talking about. S90V, contoured tie, hollow grind. 140 bucks after code. Damn. Look at that lock bar access. Man, look, no, the screw heads are hidden on the show side. T8s. Hidden screw on the pocket clip. Like, there's a lot that went into this. There's a lot that went into that. I've seen one channel. I don't know if it was Neebs or G-Ball or somebody. One time I've seen some of those, and that is, I'd forgotten all about them. Spyderco is your favorite brand? I would say Spyderco probably has the most models that I want. TRM, I still have to say, is my favorite brand, but Spyderco is very close, and Spyderco has the most models on my wish list by far. Yeah, by far. Spyderco has the most models that I want. Now, they also have dozens and dozens more models than TRM, but you can't go wrong with Spyderco. Big fan, love them. Civivi is a good budget knife, absolutely. Chop 2 is also a good budget knife. Why don't we grab one? We got 4 of them here. How about we grab the old school Ultim Chop 2? Love this one. And now the Chop 245 with the thumb disc that adds not only a great spot for your thumb, but such fidgety flicking action. North Mountain. Maybe. There. Okay, we're back. North Mountain Blade provides some of the best value you can get under $100. After code DBD, these come in very affordable, and you get their beautiful and scalpel sharp SLD magic. North Mountain Blade does one of the most consistent, I would say, out of non-American companies, North Mountain Blade is the most consistently sharp edge. And I would put their edges up there, even on their budget knives, with that of TRM. Like, they come that sharp. And then their fit and finish, their tolerances are phenomenal. This is one of the best value budget knives on the market. North Mountain Blade. I want to check out the Mini Bulldog from Kaiser. And Rough Rider Straight Razor, one from Javon, arrived yesterday. Hell yeah. KCH, I don't sell knives. I am a knife collector and knife reviewer. However, I do work with a lot of these companies. I have an affiliation, I should say. And if you look at the description of this live stream, you'll see my affiliate links. North Mountain Blade is one of my favorites and consistently insane knives. They are also the ones that did this beautiful BBNM. They provide some of the best value that I have found. And code DBD always saves 10%. They are one of my most highly recommended brands. And I have checked out most of their models. Yes, man, the ladies at TRM are amazing. I would love to meet them. The North Mountain Blade is better, smoother. With the Strider, you get to be in the click. And we're not going to go into anything about Stolen Valor. The North Mountain is a great choice. This has stopped me from wanting to chase one. I'd much rather, if I was going to spend that kind of money, save a little and get a McNeese or something like that. This absolutely satisfies my Strider craving. I would rather actually add the DLC version to my collection to go with this, the DLC 3V, than to get a Strider now. Especially because this has curves that I like, that feel good. BBNM or North Mountain Blade, they have they're definitely one to watch. No, I hear you. The Strider looks sick. You have the 003, really good. You got it from White Mountain. Yay, yay, yay. Matriarch 2 and the Vosteed Porcupine. Jesse has found his current favorite EDC setup. Got 2 Wee knives, one a gift, the other one you bought on sale. Hell yeah. I don't have any Wee knives in the collection. I've never reviewed a Wee knife. I've never touched one, come to think of it. I have Civivis. I've gifted Civivis. I've given away Civivis on the channel. I've reviewed Civivis that I don't have. Civivi, I'm sure Wee makes a good knife. I'm trying to remember. I think there was another knife that I have reviewed that was Wee OEM'd, but I can't even think about what it is right now. A regular thumb stud on the chop too. Have you tried the thumb disc yet? Because you know me, I'm not a big thumb disc fan. But this one works so perfect and then gives that thumb ramp and some traction that is missing because they don't put jimping. They love the smooth Japanese aesthetic. Jimping is not something they're big into at all. And so this adds that traction that jimping would. I can see why they did it, and the placement of it is perfect for either the thumb or the reverse. Porcupine looks like a great knife. I really like Vosteed's top liner lock. I don't have any yet. I have reviewed like 4 different models. The Hedgehog was my favorite of the ones that I have reviewed. But I reviewed a Porcupine, the Hedgehog, a Martin, and one other. I can't remember what other. But the Porcupine or the Hedgehog, I haven't reviewed a Porcupine. The Hedgehog was my favorite of the ones that I reviewed. Guy from North Mountain, he doesn't want to do regular stud because it takes away from the blade. Yeah, no, and he is very much about the Japanese aesthetic, and that's why it took him a while to figure out what he was going to do. Back when Jade was with the company, and you remember I had a long talk with her after a live stream here, and that's when she said that based on our suggestions, they were going to do it. And then it took a year because he was trying to figure out the way that he could do it while still maintaining his aesthetic. Buy him now before the price goes up. Been to this TRM factory. See, that's like a grail trip to me. Yeah. Tristan wasn't a Spyderco fan until he was. That was the Yankee 00. We were looking at Yankees here. I'll share it again. The YG 003 was the latest one that I showed. But if you search Yankee with 2 G's, who has the wicked recurved Tonto blade. This is the 6, the newest one. That's just wild. Look how deep. Look how deep that is. Holy crap. LMAX. The one that I like the best is the 005. That's the one I like the looks of the most. Contour titanium LMAX for $137 after code DBD. The 003 has the thumb apparatus and another deep grind. M390. That's the one that I think I'm the least looking to. Oh, 004. That's the 004. So that's the 2. Oh, yeah, that's the 3. I really like the looks of the 3 and 5 the best, personally. But these are wild, these 2s. Look at this. Like, that's just wild. And great attention to detail in there. That's nutty. I don't like entropic, but that's nutty. Speaking of entropic, I gotta get my review done on the Concept Chimera so I can ship it off because I traded for my first Wii knife. I gotta, maybe I can review this afternoon or record it because then this gets sent to a member of the Kripple Krew and I'm getting a Wii Mini Buster for it. So I will have my first Wii knife. Crook, which knife? Like the one that I was sharing at White Mountain Knives, the ones that I've been flicking. War Room EDC, the original member of Kripple Krew Inc. What it do? Hope you're having a good day, Crook. Welcome, by the way. No, North Mountain's G10. I said it when the first chop came in, and this is the like the fifth G10 chop that I've handled because I've given a bunch away in the OD green and black. But there's the fine finish, the fine grain finish that they do on their G10 makes it feel so much more premium than most companies' G10. Very few companies achieve this where it makes G10 feel like a premium material. But North Mountain Blade does. It is harder to tell with this Jade G10, but the way that they do their G10 makes it feel like a premium material. They were the first brand that I had experienced that feeling with on G10. And I have experienced it like with two other brands since, but on much more expensive knives. This is very impressive. Everything about Patrick McRae just got your chop too. Love it. Yeah, dude. The this family, the Kripple Krew, probably has the highest ownership of chop two per percentage wise of any viewership. Yeah, this EDP 189 kickstop would be dope. So I had the first kickstop chop, the DLC M390. I loved that knife, loved it, but I did trade it to Kelly, to our sis Kelly. But now I have the Chop Kickstop Plus, the one that was built for our big American hands, and I am really digging this chunky boy blade stock, the chunkiest kickstop you're ever gonna see. That's the fattest kickstop mechanism so far. And perfect action. Insane lock bar access. And of course, that crazy North Mountain blade action, plus that big fat blade stock. Still has that North Mountain blade sliciness. Crazy. They have consistently, every single time, the best edges of any company. And this right here is the least expensive kickstop collab on the market. Most kickstops are in the the $300 and up price range. And I don't know how I just got myself, but give me 1 second while I grab a paper towel. 1 second. Grabbing a Band-Aid now. Yep, their blades are so sharp that I sliced my entire fingertip open and I didn't even feel it. Don't know how I did it, but I did it. Getting a fingertip Band-Aid right now. Give me a sec. You know, it wouldn't be a DVD live. I'll be right back. All right. Coming back. And we're back. You know, so it goes. Looking at the click. DLC and sick hollow grind. Yay. You have one knife with a thumb disc. You like it. Yo. Yona, Eunice, welcome. Nightshade. I have the mini and the full size Nightshade, like both of them. Package waiting on your doorstep. Oh, yeah. I know what's on your doorstep. Shake the yo, brethren. Elmax, I say. Yay. Aries lurking and listening. I'm catching up, folks. I'm catching up. Needing to go home early today. Yeah, no shit. Rocking the Arctic Stout V2 Proto in Elmax today at work. After work, it's the production and Perp Vanix. Man, I would love to check out a Stout V2. I'm in love with this V1 that I was gifted by our brother Heyman. Such an amazing knife. And it makes me so happy to have Devo's first model in my collection. Like, that means a lot to me. The concept, the Chimera, it's such a good knife. I won this knife from Blade HQ. I didn't think I would like it. I'm not big, and it is a drop point, but it's nearly straight. And at first I was like, I don't think it's me. And then I got it, and it's just done so friggin' well that if this was the gray one with the black blade, or if this was the black one, I would have kept it. I'm just not an entropic finish person. They do it so well, but I know that I wouldn't carry this knife very often, as good as it is. So I did make a trade with a member in the Kripple Krew. He's given me some time. I got to do a review on this. I'm going to try to knock that video out today. And then I'm trading it for a Wii Mini Buster to get my first Wii in hand. Have a killer day, Mud. Yay. Sending another knife. Nice. New package from 7 Industries. Ooh, shit. They do win G10, absolutely. Dwayne MF and Letterman, member, or what it do, homie? Good to see you. Robert Willoughby, what it do? Good to see you. How is Dwayne MF and Letterman not a mod? There we go. Catching back up. Yeah, the kickstop is dope. It's such a cool system. I think that's the one I got myself with. One Moon, what's up? Service is crap where you are. Well, I hope the shoulder's doing all right, my brother. Good to see you. Night fight. Yay. Bless will stay inside. Aaron, what's going on? Good EDC Tonto. You know, my absolute number one favorite EDC Tonto, Timco 8020.5, 3V Tonto from DLT. This is such a phenomenal EDC and rocking my favorite lock system. As you can see, I have 5 shark lock knives because it is my absolute favorite EDC lock by far. All of these are made in the same Taiwan factory that a lot of cold steels are made. Same heat treat, same steels. So if you like cold steel, Dimco 8020.5 Tonto Rendition is the number one Tonto EDC I could recommend. Number one, Ron Dobbins, member Kripple Krew Inc. I'm doing well. How about yourself, my friend? Really do need to get stock in Band-Aid and super glue. Use it a lot. Yeah. Love Dimcos. Yeah, I'm out of duct tape. I need to get more duct tape. Shit, definitely. Definitely part of life. Could you imagine if we all got butthurt whenever we cut ourselves? Take it easy, Tegan. Thanks for hanging out. Good to see you. Be Shady got the Stop V2, the Modest Mary Fixie, and the little bro in the flow Slippy. Nice. Be doing 2 more shipwreck projects. Hell yes. The only one you had was the binge. See, the binge is the first Devo that came out that I didn't really feel like checking out. I love Devo knives. I have my first one was the Pony Stout. I got this in a trade from Rolf Robertson. And I love, this is one of my favorite fifth pocket knives. I mean, it's a little bigger than some fifth pockets, but not by much. Like, let's see, very similar to the Shark Cub, actually, with a little shorter handle. But I love this friggin' knife. And then I've reviewed a bunch of Devos, and every one that I've reviewed, I like. My Grail is a tall boy. I got Mrs. Deadly a tall boy because it was her Grail. And this Stout V1 is such a good knife. This was a gift that blew me away. And I love this Devo blade shape. The sheep spoon that they call it. And oof. Yeah, I do really like them. The Binge is their only model that I was like, yeah, not for me. And now the new Mad Dog, I think, is going to be kind of the same, but I don't know for sure till I get a better look. Doing some shipwreck shaman scales and elementum. Hell yeah. Take it easy, Tristan. Let me know what you think of that knife, homie. Donnie Bless working and lurking. What it do, my brother? Bless Knives, aka Donzo the Clown. Doesn't the Arcade Pro? It does. The Arcade Pro has a 20 CV Tonto. And matter of fact, I can pull that up in just a minute. I want to check, make sure I haven't missed anybody. Dan Kinman's Ripley review is up. Oh yeah, gonna have to check that out for sure. Grunge, what's up and welcome. Arms almost healed? Hell yes. That's good. Glad to hear it. Looks like I'm caught up on chat, so we're gonna pull up that Flitanium Arcade Pro. And the awesome thing is you can get this 20 CV Tonto blade and throw it on any arcade. Got a new ballad song coming in the mail. Nice. Here is Inception mode first, and then we'll go Arcade Pro. Of course, you know me, I would have to go Black DLC, because damn. And then you get a compound ground, beautiful 20 CV Tonto blade, titanium scales, titanium hardware, titanium pocket clip, titanium thumb studs, and I believe the titanium backspacer, all built in to, and even your removable panels are titanium. Just beautiful blade. That's also a phenomenal EDC Tonto. But check this out. Oh, not that one. Hertz. Swoop. Arcade. Oh, come on. I want to see the whole. Knives. Arcade parts. There we go. All right. So besides all of the awesome scale sets, inlays, titanium pocket clip, a titanium clip, dude, for $13 after code DBD or EDC with DBD, or Ultim inlays. You know, you've got titanium backspacer for less than $35 after discount. Titanium body screws, which I'm going to need to put on mine. I want to do the purple accessories on my neon green. Get all purple tie. I would like to do the purple tritium thumb studs, the black ones that glow purple. And we'll keep scrolling. So many awesome parts to put in your arcade, but you can get this blade for $80 after code EDC with DBD to upgrade your arcade light. And eventually that blade is going in here for sure. I love that my Band-Aid was hooking on the fin. Yes, my Band-Aid keeps grabbing it. There we go. I'll use my thumb. I love the shark lock. I love that you can use your thumb if you want. Yeah, the arcade series, they have done such a phenomenal job with the shark lock on these knives. You can get glow in the dark scales for what you think $1.60 off that, $14 after code EDC with DBD. I love what Flitanium is doing this year. Really love what they're doing this year. Yeah, I truly understand that.
It looks sick. But just like that's not quite me. It's dope. I like it, but I wouldn't be buying one. Yeah, I wanna kind of joker it out with the purple tie hardware, the black tie thumb studs with the purple tritium, the purple tie backspacer, the geared one, and then the purple deep carry clip. And then eventually throw the Tonto blade on there. 20 CV Tonto. Just like I'm going to put the S90V blade on my Flitanium Beef. Yeah, you definitely, ooh, Vapor. Yeah, Vapor. Glow in the dark scales. What's up, Brando? Yes, it's so awesome that because we do like to personalize our knives, and I love that it's all in one site and very affordable for Flitanium accessories. You can customize your arcade however you want and do it for much less than typically, like, say, upgrading your Spydercos and such. You want the blue one? Yeah, yay. This is my number one budget knife of the year for 2025 so far. The Flitanium Arcade Light is my favorite budget knife of the year. They did a fantastic job with the shark lock while keeping the blade thin and slicey compared to most Imcos. The contoured scales are great in hand. And then, and the fact that it's Taiwan made in the same cold steel and Dimco factory for less than $100 is phenomenal as well. And then I think that the Flitanium Beef is the best 2025 knife under $60 because you can get this awesome working knife for $54. Like, this would be such a good work blade. It carries easily for its size. It is very comfortable. $54. And then for $72, you can add a big ass S90V blade if you want. And you could have this big, bad beef in S90V for $120. Just over. That is stupid value. And this is my top budget knife under $60 for 2025 so far. Obviously, there's still a lot of time left in 2025. Things could change. Yeah, it is. It's the top one so far. Yes, TRM is doing rebranding. They're not going to be TRM Three Rivers Manufacturing. They're going as TRM Knives or TRM USA. And so you'll see some new branding from them. Matt Moore, what's going on? Yeah, the garage sale is crazy. And then they do sales throughout the year that are awesome as well. It's called Heartburn. Have a good one, Neil Mack. Have a nice rest of your day. I know you're working late, but man, have a good one. Three Rivers is in they're in Massachusetts, but I'm trying to remember the town. Yeah, they're not Pittsburgh, they're Massachusetts, but I'm looking for see if they list what the town is. I know it's on everything that they've shipped to me. It's in Three Rivers, Massachusetts. Okay, that makes sense. They're in Three Rivers, Massachusetts. However you. The store has changed up. Oh, I'm liking the way this store is looking. Let's share this. This just changed from yesterday. See if I miss anything. Sending you some scales for your bulldog. Yay, yay, yay. Yes, I know. I want the R4A with Ultim. By the way, review coming on the compact R4A. I have the glow in the dark to match my full R4A ready for action. RFA. RFA. No, R4A. Yeah, ready for action. Whatever the hell they call it. But see, we got number 71. And the compact is a great EDC size. Here, I'll compare it with Lagatha. Take her off my belt. Here it is compared with Lagatha. Perfect EDC size. Like they shrank it down to the exact right size, in my opinion. And it's comfortable with the glow in the dark scales. You got that jimping to lock you in. They did a really good job on the compact. And I'll be reviewing this week. Let's see if I missed anybody. And then we'll look at the TRM. And not only that, you can still use code EDC with DBD to take 10% off of that driver. It is. They did really good ergos on the R4A, but let's look at the TRM website. I had just had the website up yesterday. And it's changed since yesterday. TRM Knives. This is their new branding. And you can shop knives. You can scroll down and see bestsellers now. This is the only TRM knife that I have not checked out, is the Redline fixed blade. But Neutron 2 frame locks. Oh, Atom liner locks. Atom frame lock coming soon. Titanium Neutron 2s. This beautiful flat. Here, we got to look at this because you can get the if you don't want the contoured, you can get this awesome fine satin finish for less than 200 or 300 bucks after code DBD and TRM 25, which is in the description of this live stream. But this will be $285. That is so worth the money. Bulldog Rev Beast. Atom Titanium's in stock. So you can get a Bulldog Rev B right now, just not in titanium. You can get it with, ooh, that looks like my card that it's showing, but it says carbon fiber. Yeah, it's showing on my Carta one right now. You can get Contour G10 for $270 before code before code DBD and TRM, but contoured carbon fiber for $265 before discount is a steal on this knife. Just taking a look at the new site. Look at Tycoon there. Oh, that's not Tycoon because that's one of the bullies. Shop knives. The javelin. Oh, I forgot about the javelins because these have been sold out since they dropped. I really want one of these badly. Badly. I want the javelin. Full titanium. Whoops. See, this is what their website looked like yesterday. TRM USA. This is what the website looked like yesterday. Refresh. See, I had the site up yesterday for the review. That's what it still looks like because it hasn't reloaded. The Holier Nerd. Oh, this is the Holy Nerd is my favorite fifth pocket fifth pocket carry ever. I want one of these so badly. I got to review one of Chris Lopez's. Such a sick knife. We've given away one of these tag-alongs. This is another one that I gotta add to my collection. I want a tag-along fixie so badly. I think Alex Kerber won that. And then we're going to take a look at their scales real quick because you can also use the discount code. Oh, okay. I like the way that this looks now better than before. And then you pick which knife you're looking for. So let's say Neutron 2. Contoured carbon fiber. So many options. G10 lizard skin. Those look sick. And I'm sure they've got fat carbon down here somewhere. There's natural, there's canvas, there's micarta, there's titanium. So many options. If you wanted to buy the lizard skin tie, they would be $215 before the 5% discount code. And all their scales swap without taking the knife apart. Yeah, tag along. So good. Yeah, it's not USA, but dude, it's only it's under I think it's under $40 after my discount code at County Comm. I'll pull it up in just a second. It's a steal. E-Knives has a hole here with the shipwreck camouflage carbon for $285. Damn. Yep, no tariffs with TRM. Yeah, there is Three Rivers that merge in Pittsburgh. I can see why you thought it might be there. Scrolling through my chat isn't as easy with the Band-Aid on. My finger keeps slipping, so we'll use my other hand. The Matzi Striga tie is a good fifth pocket as well. Pair it with the Neutron 2 and axial knives. Oof! Oof! Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Appreciate you using my code. Some of those do help the channel, but every time you use it, it helps the channel and every channel because it lets companies know that working with us helps. Popping up that link that he sent, and then we're going to look at what Aries sent. Look at this on E-Knives. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Go back. Oh, no. There we go. That shipwreck camo carbon is insane. That's an E-Knives exclusive camo carbon, I believe. And, oh, that looks so good. Yes, that is their exclusive camo carbon. Just like NFL has an exclusive, and I believe Springfield Knives. See what Aries sent us. Oof. Look at that. Is that a hawk, a gargoyle, and a pistol? Whew. Those scales are gorgeous on that gargoyle. That red and white hawk looks so good too. The pearl and red. Those contoured micarta scales look so comfy. Beautiful work, brother. Beautiful work. Are those 3 books knives? Berkeley's. What's going on, homie? How you doing, my man? Yeah, County Comm. I love County Comm. It's my favorite place. And it's all you can also get that shipwreck camel carbon on the Neutron too. Oof. Axel does look dope. Okay, pistol, yes, I thought so. I thought so. So we had a hawk, a pistol, and a gargoyle. Such great looking knives. William Hornbostel, member Kripple Krew, Inc. What it do? Ooh, 380 CRV. Man, and Aries Custom. This was my top grail knife of any knife for a while. And since receiving this knife, it is by far my most carried blade. Lagatha goes everywhere with me. She has been all over this country multiple times. She's been over the Hoover Dam. I love my Aries EDC custom. My next one will be an Aries EDC Bloomcliff. I want a Bloomcliff so bad. Sonic, what's up? Say something nice. I already hit the like button. Oh man, she'll serve me well for the rest of my life. This knife is going nowhere. It is my knifiest knife that ever knifed. It scared you when I held it out over the dam. I was nervous. I was a little nervous. Like, it's funny. This was about roughly half the cost of picking up one of these in lizard skin tie. But I was, even though I was a little nervous putting this over the edge of the Hoover Dam, I was much more nervous with Lagatha, my personal custom, having this over the edge. As soon as that was done, she went right back onto my belt. I love that this goes, she goes everywhere. Nobody knows she's there if I don't want them to. Which Boker? Like, Boker does have some good models, but they have a lot of chaff. A lot of not so much. You're not supposed to get work done right now. It's Tactical Tuesday. Thank you, Ron Dobbins. Make sure you subscribe, like it, and hit that thumbs up. I appreciate you, my man. Yes, that would look so good. Bloomcliff or mini grow. Yeah, a micro. Yeah, a micro would be sick. Oh, oh, love it. Look at these that he's working on. Look at that. Aries put some jimping in it. That must have been a request. Is that a micro and a crow, or is it just, are they the same knife and it's just a perspective? And this pattern I don't recognize at all. I don't recognize that pattern, my friend. Is the micro a 3-finger crow? Yeah, no, I'll never sell it or trade it. Two micros and a Wesser, somebody else's design. Okay. That's why that name doesn't. I said I'm sure when you're done with it, it's going to be awesome. I'm sure it'll be great when you're done with it. But I'm going to say I don't like this design as much as I like yours. When I first saw it, it seemed out of place a little for Aries. Oh, that micro is sick. How much shorter is that overall than Lagatha? Handle as long as a spike, maybe a bit shorter. Okay, okay. Look at it compared. Ooh, I like that jimping, Scott. I'm gonna show this picture that Scott just sent. She got this. I like this jimping a lot. Looks sick, and it will still provide traction. I like that a lot. That's the bottom micro. I like that. The smooth one does look sick too, though. Oh, y'all know I'm horny for warnies. Never hit that fact. Yeah, that jimping is sick. Aries God of War. Yeah, that jimping is fire, dude. Did some extra file work. I like it a lot. Yeah, you cannot go wrong with an Aries EDC custom. This one, burlap micarta and brass. My eventual Bloomcliff or micro. Probably Bloomcliff next, before a micro. Yeah, probably a Bloomcliff will be some crazy scales. Either kieranite or carbon fiber, something probably red and crazy for the Bloomcliff. I don't know yet. But eventually I will get on the books for a custom Bloomcliff. Man, it's easy to see, brother. It shows. Your work is phenomenal. And ever improving. Your techniques, you can tell, that uh, different materials you're getting better with on scales and like it's easy. It's awesome to see your work and the way that it has progressed. I'm gonna pop up the County Comm R4As. So they've got a new R4A series coming next month that I'm gonna have to get in on. But first, let's share this site real quick. Yeah, I'm sure you'll come home with something dope from that. So County Comm, you've got the compacts starting at under $40 after code EDC with DVD. And you got the glow in the dark. You got the micarta. This is the full-size R4A with that textured contour text carbon fiber that they came out with a couple months ago. This is the full-size R4A that I have. It's under $60 with code EDC with DVD. This is the full-size R4A that I want. The Ultim version. They've got black G10. So now they're coming out with R4A Ergo Pros. And these drop next month. You've got OD Green Labyrinth G10, Orange Labyrinth G10, Glow in the Dark, or Ultim. And these all have ultra stout contoured scales. This will be the first time they've contoured them, and they went thicker with them. These are going to be hella comfy in the hand and less than $50 after code EDC with DBD. I like the R4A series, especially for the price. And for an EDC fixie, the Compact Slim you still get a very beefy blade stock. Let me see if it says how thick it is real quick. 175 thousandths. The full size is 185, but this is still 175 thousandths blade stock thickness that comes down. I need another piece of paper, but it comes down very, very slicey with that full flat grind. But you've got a thick piece of steel carrying strength out to that tip. This blade guard and the jimping gives you plenty of lock to be able to thrust this in a beef jerky defending scenario. Perfect size to cap off. I'm probably going to take, matter of fact, I'm going to take this off right this second. It's a good titanium bead to reuse. I don't think it needs to be on this knife. It's big enough. I also took the one off of my full-size R4A, but now you can see that this is the perfect size to cap off and be blocked by that blade guard. And then I can still cap off in a beef jerky defender as well. And I don't feel like I'm sliding up on that blade at all. It's a chunky boy, but the scales are chamfered in such a way that they feel comfortable and textured very well also. Very cool, very cool. Looking forward to it, homie. Yeah, like this is a knife you could throw in your truck, in your pack, in your, up in the next to your front door, wherever you need a backup blade, toolbox, your garage. These, and I'll grab the full size. Here's the full size. Like, they are awesome knives for putting anywhere you need a good, strong, sharp blade. Here's a good size comparison as we get some slow internet. As you can see, the full size R4A, it's over 8 inches. It is a good size knife. I love the spear point on these. It's such a good looking blade. But the compact is a great EDC beater. So if you're going out in the woods, I mean, this will make just a good EDC knife anyway. A good, affordable EDC fixie, less than $40. Throw it on your belt. Have a knife you can do anything with pretty much. But with that thick blade stocks, I mean, they feel like apocalypse knives, you know? We've got number 1620, also known as military time for 420. And now, number 71. Just good knives. Do I wish that the compact had a taco sheath? Yeah, I do. But it's not so big as that I wouldn't carry it on my belt. I will, and I have carried this one a couple of times while I'm reviewing it. I didn't take the stickers off of it yet because it wasn't mine. It is now mine. And so the stickers will be coming off, but it has been on my belt. I do really dig it, especially for less than $40. And the micarta looks like it'd be hella comfortable. It's County Comm and Maritac. Maritac, County Comm was pretty much created to fulfill government orders and government contracts. And you'll see their government agent, like their government retailer number printed on a lot of their stuff. Their cage number. There it is. That's their cage number as a government contractor. But they have expanded into EDC stuff since in the years since they have been founded. And they have been offering knives through their company Maritac. The scales can be removed. It's a T10. T10 bit. And you can take it off and clean them. Take it easy, Scott. Have a great day, brother. If you haven't subbed to Aries EDC, you definitely should. Not only does he review knives, but he makes amazing knives and is very open about his process. Just got a little Warncliffe as well. Yep, I used to have a Spew, small personal everyday Warncliffe. That was my first EDC fixed blade. I had it before I got into really started falling into the EDC rabbit hole. I found it I think I got mine at Walmart. I saw the blade and loved the Warney shape. And it was my first Warncliffe. And I ended up gifting that to somebody else. I wore that as a neck knife when I was riding between my cut and my plate carrier. But I ended up gifting that to somebody else when I started getting more into EDC fixed blades and like got my Tempest Dust Devil. My Tempest Dust Devil was the first EDC fixed blade that I got into once I was in the community. Got your USA made titanium anodized chopsticks. Yeah. County Comm sells chopsticks. You know what? Let's move some of these shark locks for some of the other knives that we've talked about today. And how about, what else do we want to put up here? We got to throw the Bulldog Rev B out. It's just too sexy not to. Don't want to. That one glows in the dark. This one doesn't. It'd be dope if this did. Yeah, the compact. You got it in Wally Will too? Hell yeah. The compact really is a good EDC size for an EDC fixed blade. Because I like my fixed blade to be smaller than my folders typically, and the handle is a little longer than Lagatha, but the blade is a little shorter than Lagatha, and it's just got a couple of tenths of an inch overall on Lagatha. How about another EDC fixed blade? How about compared to the Tenable Tiny Dancer? So a little bigger than a Tenable Tiny Dancer. Another fantastic EDC fixed blade. This is the concept. I have the Tenable in my Carta. This is the concept. Expect it to ship by the end of September. Ooh! Yeah, it was the spew started it, but it was the Dust Devil that really got me into EDC fixed blades. And my oh no, I know. Another one besides, oh hey, where'd you go? What are you? Are you out here? You gotta be out there. Where the heck did I put my bloom? I found my Dust Devil. Another very recommendable EDC fixed blade. So here's the R4A. Here's the Dust Devil. Very similar in size. My balloon should have been right here. Where did I put you? It's there. It is. No, that's my Baby Banter mini fixed blade. So where did I put my milk? There it is. All right. We're going to share some awesome fixies. So we're going to move the dust devil because it's not from this year. And I'm going to show. Oh, the part was sold out. Yeah, you have the Tiny Dancer Tenable. It really is a good blade. I have that one in my Carta in D2. And then I also have this one here that I really, really like. Here is my Aries EDC Bloom. A muskrat. And another one of my favorite EDC fixies from this year, the Molesec Noise by Homeboy Fab. And that would be the biggest of my EDC fixies. And it's going to be just slightly longer, just slightly overall than the County Comm. Oh, and just to compare, here's my girl Agatha. So this year has been huge. It started last year. Well, I had a K-bar back in the day. I made my first like smaller EDC. First fixed blade was a buck. Bluminati Ninja, member of Kripple Krew Inc., one of the OGs. Good to see you, brethren. What's up, J to the C? You mean the Concept Corvid S, which was my favorite EDC fixed blade of 2024. This is a very good one. And again, here it is compared to that County Comm R4A. So the compact slim R4A really is a great EDC size for less than $40 after discount. Scrolling, checking. The only buck that I have is my, here we go. I'll grab it. My 110 Hunter that was a gift from Fuchs. This, I grew up with one and hadn't had one in over 20 years when I received this one. And for a knife design as old as it is, it still feels good in hand. Shoot, what the hell? Like, it ain't your ball unless it's all the way in your hands and not moving. A lot of people miss out on home runs and foul balls because it bounces off their hand. But then to go and flip out and demand it from a child. Last year is when I started really getting into EDC fixed blades. Yeah, I really started getting into EDC fixed blades last year, and this is the one that really started me down the rabbit hole. But then, not too long after this, because I already wanted an Aries EDC spike, but I got to feel an Aries EDC Bloom Cliff and the awesome Cardinal XL that's going eventually to Gareth in South Africa. And after feeling those, I knew I had to have an EDC fixed blade on me. I love the Kubi and Aries EDC Bloom. This is such a great value for an EDC fixed blade. And they really translated his design very, very well and faithfully. You think that one's tiny? I got a smaller Civivi. Well, thinner. Feels smaller. So I've got that. This baby banter fixie is my neck knife. The neck knife that I wear the most. And with that choil, I get a full, comfortable 3-finger, plus the lanyard locks me in. I haven't gotten rid of their stupid red one yet, but I'm going to get rid of that one. My first Civivi neck knife was the Ostapel Dart. And this is just a little quick cut on the, and I wore this quite a bit. And until I wore this one a lot until Deadly Daughter got me the mini Elementum fixed blade in Damascus. And so Damascus and micarta, this was my main neck knife. Again, 3 fingers plus a lanyard. That's what I like on a neck knife. It's 3 fingers plus a lanyard. And this is an awesome little neck knife. Little hollow grind on that thin blade, like thin. But comfort wise, this is one that I actually pull off, and I use this blade frequently. It's got some gunk on the blade right now, but it's perfect in a pinch. And then you've got jimping here or out here. And so the Deadly Daughter bought me this one, and that's the one I wear the most because it's the one that I can use the most. This one might still be my favorite of the neck knives just because of the Damascus. And, this was the first one she got me. Love this knife. She worked, got it with her own money. All these knives that I say she got me, she worked and bought with her own money, including my 80-20.5s. But my neck knives now are Civivi. Yeah, Baby Banter really is a good. You have the fixed blade Elementum Mini, yay, and Aries or a TKL Piranha. So for my like grail neckers would be a TKL Piranha or a 3-finger Bloom Cliff with a, just that would be thin enough and small enough for sure to hang on the neck. But I would rock an Aries neck knife. Awesome titanium scales for the smock boss. Damn, that's a killer price. Yeah, that's insane, Gabe. Roger, Roger. Yeah, I do have an awesome daughter. I tell you what, it's not easy still dealing with deadly daughter being off to college. We're going on our third week. Damn. If you have a, that's sick, Brando. I like it. If you have a small pivot smock, SMKW has insane deals on scales. Yeah, there's a lot of TCALs that would make good neck knives. I could carry a Warren EDC as a neck knife. I think but I think the Piranha is the one specifically that I want for a necker. You could rock the Muskrat as a neck knife. It's thin enough and small enough and light enough. You could definitely use it as a neck knife, but I like this better on my belt or in my back pocket with an ulti clip. Gonna get the bronze scales just to shipwreck them. Yeah, for $25. Yeah, it hasn't been easy with deadly daughter gone and being empty nester now. It's weird to get used to. Faux show. But she's killing it in college. Deadly Jr., he finished his military service, like I said. Him and his wife both out honorably, finished their contracts. He just started classes, going back to school, U of A, and tomorrow night he starts his first day, his first training at a local wrestling academy, like pro wrestling. So kids are kicking ass. My granddaughter with Deadly Jr., she's awesome. She'll be 2 in 2 months. Yeah, they're killing it. But it definitely is strange. Like my daughter, Deadly Daughter, she's 18. But every night, I still got a hug before she went to bed. Every night. And there's something that I've said to her since, I don't know if she was a year and a half year old. There's something that we say every night when she goes to bed that we've done since she was a baby. And I mean, all through her teens, I still got my hug every night. If she was staying over at her friend's house, I got a text before bed saying our good night thing. And, now that she's gone, it's weird not getting at least my nightly hug. I still get the message every night. I still get our message. I mean, she still tells me good night every night, even from college. But yeah, it's definitely different. It was definitely easier for my son. With him going in the military, we knew it was coming. We expected it. I mean, we knew she was going to go to college. It was coming. We expected it. But with him going to the military, it was a different feeling. than daddy's girl going to school for sure. And not only that, but being halfway across the country. But the kids are killing it. So that's what matters. Our granddaughter loves us, and we get calls just because she wants to talk to Gam Gam and Big Papa. And so they're doing very well. One thing that we did that my wife and I, neither one of us had this, and really none of our children's friends had this at home. But every night we ate dinner at the table. Every night. I don't care if they're playing games, watching movies, whatever. When it's dinner time, everybody comes to the table. And when their friends were over, their friends ate at the table with us. And it always surprised their friends the first time that they were over, that they had to stop whatever they were doing and come eat dinner at the table with us. But their friends really started to like it too, and it was the only house that they knew of that did it. So we always made sure that every night we ate dinner as a family. And I think obviously having us both together, married for the last 25, almost 25 years, definitely helps the kids. But making them stop anything and come eat at the table so that you can talk to them. And, just sometimes that might be the only time we would see them during the day. Especially with as busy as our kids were with ROTC and school and sports. But we always had that dinner time talk. Oh, that's dope, Gabe. That is dope. Yeah, like I said, we never had that. I didn't have that growing up. Neither did my wife. My parents divorced when I was 2. Her parents were together forever, but they still didn't eat together. People would grab what they were going to eat. Even if dinner was made for everybody, people would grab something, go sit down wherever the hell they wanted, and eat whenever. But we always made sure that it was a family thing together at the table. And you better believe Deadly Daughter has blades on her and a titanium Sharpie at all times now that she is not home. I mean, I made her carry anyway, but she has a G10 and a titanium Sharpie. She's supposed to have a Sharpie and a knife on her at all times, and she does, as well as her pepper gel. But I want to get her. That sucks. That's unfortunate. BNA, what's going on? Good to see you, brother. Member Kripple Krew Inc., aka the Human Cheat Code. My dad died during COVID, not from it. He had cancer. He had a lot of stuff going on, but he was in a nursing home, and it was crazy that up until the last few days, he could still only get one visitor once per day. So if I wanted to like him to have somebody with him, I'd have to go in the morning and stay. I couldn't leave because if I left, I couldn't come back in, and nobody else could visit after somebody had visited. One visit per day. It was so stupid. I was having to have my kids come up to his window to talk to him until his last week when he was on hospice, when I finally told them they weren't keeping us out of the room. COVID was such a crazy time. Titanium Sharpie, yay, yay. My first Sharpies were titanium. And then I got several G10. And I wouldn't know because I follow all local and federal weapons laws, so I wouldn't know. But Evil Homie BDB says that these are easy to get onto an airplane or into a concert or a wrestling event. I wouldn't know. That's not something I would ever recommend. But Evil Homie BDB, he says these go everywhere. Evil Homie BDB, I will say, doesn't leave the house without a Sharpie, just in case there's ever anywhere the Evil Homie BDB goes where his knives and such have to be taken off and left in a vehicle or something. So Evil Homie BDB never goes anywhere without a G10 Sharpie. Again, not that I would know anything about that personally, but that's what Evil Homie BDB tells me. Yay, yay. Yeah, we're still going at the moment. We were talking EDC fixies for a while. Hell yeah. Yeah, they, like I said, Evil Homie BDB says that they are very easy to get on airplanes. He never flies anywhere without one. Yeah, there's a reason that one of these is truly part of Evil Homie BDB's constant daily carry, because you never know when you're going to go somewhere that you'll have to leave your other tools. Yeah, so much destruction left behind and nobody paying the price for it. Yeah, Evil Homie BDB, he knows. I'm going to have to do another stealth EDC video. I've done one before about different items that I'll just grab a couple. Here's a couple of the items that Evil Homie BDB carries. One is a full G10 knife with a very nice wrap. Obviously, I mean, it's got a bevel on it, but it's not like a live edge. But if you press this hard enough, it will cut, but it will definitely poke. But this will do some cutting. Always obey your local knife laws, obviously. And this static line allows this to be carried in the waistband and even drop down the waistband if being patted down. The Cold Steel Delta Dart has long been one of Evil Homie BDB's favorites. Yeah, he had to look on Amazon for the sheath. And I think the sheath was like $9, whereas the Delta Dart was like $7. So it was more for the sheath than the Delta Dart, according to Evil Homie BDB. But this carries it's very light for its size. So carries very well on your neck or in your waist. Really easy to drop a static line on it, or a neck chain. Evil Homie BDB is carried both ways. Another one from Cold Steel, their FGX line they all have like a metal ring or something on them so that they can say it will set off a metal detector. But as soon as you get them, those metal rings can come off. And this thing right here is absolutely made for thrusting. And it locks in to your hand. And Evil Homie BDB has a little leather sheath that he slides into his boot or waistband. And then Evil Homie BDB can take this anywhere. Not flying. Evil Homie BDB wouldn't do that with this. But this has been with him into concerts and wrestling shows and other places. I do. You never, ever, ever know when you need something for your beef jerky. And especially today, this world is crazy. And things can happen anywhere at any time. And it's on you to be prepared. The police can't help you. They come after a crime has been committed. Nobody can help you but you. And so I believe that it is 100% on you to make sure that you are protected. And Evil Homie BDB does have a lot of different ways that he does that when there are detectors around. No, period. There's no point. The only thing you can do talking to the cops is get yourself in trouble. And, when it comes to defending your beef jerky, by the time you get to the point where you could call them, it'd be too late anyway. You're either screwed or you're not. And so it's on us to make sure that we are protected anywhere we go. I obviously, even though I never show them on here, I'm a big proponent of concealed carrying cordless hole punch. But not everybody can. I have a K-bar spork. I do. Absolutely. There's one in my backpack. I've got multiple K-bar tactical sporks. Let me. Where is the closest one? I can't remember which pouch I put my tactical spork in at the moment, but I do have. I see mine goes everywhere. I don't know where I put my tactical spork at the moment. I'll have to see which pack it's in. But I do have my K-bar ice cream scoop here. I was very disappointed that this didn't have anything that pulled out of the handle with a spike on it like the spork. It's really just an ice cream scoop. I was really hoping my ice cream scoop would hide a stabby like the K-bar spork does. But yes, the K-bar spork is another piece of fantastic kit to have on you. Been digging holes all day. Yeah, burning time. Time to burn them trees. It's almost that time for me. Yes, I just got to remember which back because I've got multiple backpacks in here right now and pouches. Um, and I've got to figure out which one I've got my travel spork in. My kids both have tactical sporks from K-Bar. That's just too fun of a toy or of a tool. Yeah, it's in one of the backpacks or pouches. I used to only use one main pouch and one backpack, but then I got sent a couple of backpacks for testing and some pouches, and so now I have multiple gear kits. So I got to track it down. I love beautiful flower. Here's a budget knife that I will be reviewing in the next week or so. Yeah, what pouch is it in? I do that all the time. Yeah, yay. This is the Tuya Bruiser, a full size, very comfortable EDC with Tuya build quality and fit and finish, but under $40. This is a pretty good budget knife that's going to be reviewed here very soon. You know, Tuya, I reviewed some very expensive knives from them, but this is fire for budget knife. Yeah, you so true. You can be totally threatened, but they won't do anything until after it's happened. Yeah, Tuya Bruiser. It's like an 8-inch knife for 30 something dollars. This was sent in by homie Tristan when we made the trade that scored me my new Sharkfoot 80-20.5. Call before you dig. Yeah, you know, and so much of what I have been reviewing lately has been on the expensive side. It's been a lot of what has come through lately has not been budget. So I've got this and I've got some other budget stuff that I've got recently that I'll be reviewing and trying to show some more affordable stuff again. It's been a pretty big premium kick lately. Oof. Hell yeah. I appreciate that, Sheila. I really do. Yeah, you know, in the beginning, it was mostly budget. And then there was a decent mix, but it was still mostly budget. It's just lately between what's been sent into me by Concept sending to me for the first time. I've got a bunch more of the North Mountain or not North Mountain Blade. Well, yeah, North Mountain Blade. They sent premium, but also Fire Monster drop more premiums, and they send me everything they drop. And then a lot of what I've had come in through the pass around lately has been premium. So it's been a pretty expensive kick lately. I want to get back to some more budget stuff. Yeah, I appreciate that. And it is awesome to have premium knives. I love it. And I'm not complaining at all. But I've got to get some more budget stuff going too. Because not every knife we buy needs to be $200. There's a lot of dope knives for a lot less money. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. County Comm has always been one of my favorite stores. I found that store through, I think, G-Ball, before I started the channel. And I ordered my Ultim Mini Nightshade for the first, like, limited edition knife to be able to review on the channel. And then after that, after talking to them, they sent me the full-size Nightshade and then the Corgi. And I bought the Talarurus. They did not send me that one, but they have sent me a bunch of stuff since, and I've worked well with County Comm, and I just like the variety of stuff that they offer. Andrew Tate, what's going on? Cool little budget banger the other day. Almost gave it away since it has thumb discs, but it's growing on you. Very cool. What is it? I really want to check out the concept too. I asked for that too late. By the time I asked for it, because with concept, I'm not high on that list of reviewers yet. I got their attention from reviewing knives and tagging them, and they finally last a few weeks ago sent me 2 concepts, and I got Tenable to send in 2 Tenables for review. But when I reached out, by the time I asked about a hazard, there was already somebody else's video out, and by then he said they'd really sent them all out. He offered me a stupid deal on one. I just don't have the funds at the moment. Concepts or county comms? Like this, if we're still talking about concepts, this is such an affordable fixie. That is fantastic. But I don't know if you meant this one. Later, Beardo. Have a good one, homie. County, yeah. Yeah, and I think the micarta would feel great too. If you got the micarta. The G10 is cool looking, but I would rather have the glow over the G10 because it's going to feel about the same. But the glow or micarta, I think, are both stupid deals at less than $40. And the comfort on it, you get a lot more to grip than most of the EDC fixies, other than the Tiny Dancer. That's one of the reasons I love it, is because you get so much handle to hold on to. Most EDC fixies, though, are going to have a smaller, thinner handle. So this really gives you a lot of comfort for actually using the knife. Like, it's one of the more comfortable full grip EDC fixies. You can squeeze and bear down if you need to, but just great size. Full flat grind that does get down pretty thin for that 175,000s blade stock. It's like almost Donnie B blade stock thickness. Well, DVD membership does always give you a chance to win more knives. We're getting close to the 2,500 sub giveaway, and there will be a couple members only prizes on that one. Bodacious in the pocket today. Yay. And your B Shady Mad Yako, Hank, of course. Free Air Force concept. I don't know who any of those are. The par is one I still want to check out. You know, when they Tenable and Concept both said they would send 2 knives. And I told both brands that I was interested in reviewing a folder and a fixie. And I told both, and I thought that maybe one brand would send me a Tiny Dancer and the other would send me a par. They are different, you know, they're different people, even though they're made in the same factory. And instead of getting a Tiny Dancer and a par, we got 2 Tiny Dancers, but that is really cool because it gave me a chance to compare the 2. And I think they're both phenomenal. I do love the millwork on the concept version, but the Tenable is great. The micarta is awesome. This one is probably going to be part of the, or not probably, this one is going to be part of the 2,500 subscriber giveaway. That's right. You won 2 knives on that giveaway. Hell yeah. Paul Mills, member Kripple Krew Inc. What's going on, my man? How are you today? Hope you are having a killer day. But yeah, the Tiny Dancers are cool. I would have liked to check out a par. I still plan to check one out at some point. But this micarta Tiny Dancer will be given away very soon. And the member only giveaways from that event will include issuing stitches hanks. Yeah, I don't know how many of you guys saw the hanks that issuing stitches sent in, but he sent in 15 hanks, 3 different sizes, and then 5 different hanks of each size. I'm keeping one of each size to use for photos and for repping issuing stitches, but the other 12 hanks are going to be used for giveaways. Small personal inverted tanto. That's one I haven't checked out, but you know, I like the spew. Yay, yay. That's such a comfortable knife in hand. From the way that it fills your hand to the way your thumb just perfectly lands in that poon. And then that is big enough for me to get up there and do like a fingertip choke if I need to. But it's also great in a pinch grip. That spot works for my finger in a utility grip. But your thumb just falls right into that poon. It doesn't need any jimping. It's just locked, especially with the texture that's milled into those scales. You know, I haven't bought a CRKT knife since my spew. I used to have a whole bunch. I still have an M16 around here somewhere. Here. And nope. Here. And I have a CEO. I got this CEO for I think $30 when I was visiting my son, and we were at the post checking out the BX now, not PX or whatever. No, it's the PX still in the Army. Checking out the PX, and these were on sale, and it's a dope knife. I mean, I think it's very snappy. I'm just realized after getting it, I'm not into pen knives anymore, but I still have it. This and my M16, I don't remember which variant I have, would be my last CRKTs that are in my collection. Yeah, I bet. I'm down to only a couple right now. The one that the one membership I'll never get rid of is my G-Ball membership. That was my first membership. I had that for over a year before I started the EDC with DBD account. And now I'm at 11 months on the EDC with DBD account. Michael McCoy, hello, what's going on? How are you today? What's in the pockets? Yeah, my G-Ball membership is my oldest and the one that I will always keep. I know I've got a TKE membership right now. I've had that one for a while. He definitely, he always mentions my live before when he's live before me. Plus, I like TKE. I can't remember who else I have right now. I think I have 4, but I can't remember the other 2 at the moment. Kurt White, what's going on? Man, I forgot how I don't ever carry this thing. I don't ever carry the CEO. I forgot how snappy that flipper tab is. Like, you just barely do it, and that blade is flying every time. Does this say anywhere what steel this is? Probably 5 or 7 CR of some sort or something, but that's interesting how the stop, I never paid attention to this because I haven't really looked at this much at all since I started the channel and started reviewing. But the internal stop pins have spots in both liners that they fall into, and that's where they hit to stop. Same in the closed position. He's using both liners for your stop. I like that. Like, that is some smart engineering. I'm not the biggest fan of the knife overall, but the action is awesome. And the way that he did the stops, I like it. Just a quick look at what we're looking at today. So we've got, oh, and we froze. We've got these knives out. We've got all of these knives out. Come around in front of the computer. We've got all of these. And then we've got these over here that we showed, and look at this pile of sheaths. Plus, there's Evil Homie BDB's non-magnetic stuff in there. I think we've pulled a few out today. This started with 5 shark locks on the screen, and that was really most of what was out. Now we've got a lot out. Wears CKRT on your neck daily and nightly. Yay, yay. The Pilar has always been a good model. Awesome. Welcome. Glad you're here. Welcome to the Kripple Krew. I'll be doing that in just a little while. Alex Kerber, member of Kripple Krew Inc. What it do? Yeah, yay, Kurt White as well. Hitting them trees. Yeah, Lagatha is by far my most carried knife. Lagatha has been all across the country multiple times with me. This spike was the first time I saw an Aries Grail spike. It became, or an Aries Grail spike, an Aries spike. It became a Grail knife for me. And since getting Lagatha in February, she's by far my most carried and used knife. She lives right on my belt with the buckle right in front of handle right in front of my belt buckle. And very rarely do one of these get to take her spot. Yeah, very rarely does one of these take Lagatha's spot. Sometimes the Aries EDC Bloom. Hey, folks, Mrs. Deadly just came home for lunch, and I'm going to go have lunch with Mrs. Deadly. But I've had a killer time as usual, kicking it with the Kripple Krew and talking knives and lives and all kinds of stuff. I always appreciate you guys spending some of your time with me. And I'll see you guys Thursday night on TNT with myself and War Room. Until then, I hope you guys all have a phenomenal day or night, morning, evening, whatever it is, wherever you are. I know we got like Lone Star Cowboy or Dow Boy out there in Turkey. I know it ain't afternoon for him. But hope you guys have a killer rest of it anyway. Much love to the Kripple Krew and my EDC familia. Stay safe, stay frosty, but most importantly, folks, stay deadly. Glad you dropped in, Michael McCoy. Hope you sup. We do this 3 times a week. We have a blast.